talk about a 3D tour, media marketing, picture. Great service, great product. I have a property under contract in 2 weeks. He did a virtual staging for me, and is also a great person.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome, brother. Cool. Right on. Well, guys, I'm so thankful to be here today. Talk about struggles. We just adopted a little dog, and she just had emergency surgery, and she chewed out her staples last night. So at 12:05, I heard some commotion. I had to run to the ER vet, and I was there till about 3 in the morning. And I woke up at 6, and now I'm here. So it was an interesting, but we persevere, right? We keep fighting. So the company that I own and have created is AccuTour, okay? AccuTour is a digital media solutions company. We do everything you would possibly need done for your listing or for your clients. And also think of us as a part of your extended family, as your friend. My information's on our business card. Actually, it's right here. Bam. That's my information right there. And if you want to talk ideas or you have a listing coming up or a project, bounce the idea off of us and we can see how we can help you and bring it into reality. So by all means, take advantage of us. Not the bad advantage, but take good advantage of us to help you with your next listing. So a lot of times we have this clutter in our minds, right? You get a listing or you want a listing and you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to leverage it, right? Because you should turn one listing into what? To other listings, right? More money, just exponential, allow it to grow. So a lot of times our minds, I know my mind, this was x-rayed this morning. This is what my mind looks like most of the time because I'm thinking about a million things at one time. So you gotta create a plan of attack. You gotta help yourself kind of get zeroed in and zoned in of what you want to do. So when Teo asked me to come and speak today, I'm not a type of person that says, okay, well, this is my company, this is what I do. I want to give you a useful piece of information to help you get listings or to help you get buyers or whatever you want to go after, because you get that listing, obviously, hopefully, God willing, you'll use us to service it. So AccuTour was born about 1.5 years ago. It started with just my friend and I and expanded to a huge team. And we've serviced hundreds and hundreds of different agents. And we also cater to yachts, brokerages, planes, hotels, all that kind of stuff as well. Some of the things to give you ideas of what we actually create and what we're known for is we do something called 3D virtual tours. 3D virtual tours are a 3D rendering of a property. So this right here, what you're seeing is a 3D virtual model of an estate in Pinecrest. Now, how powerful would this be if you went to a potential listing and showed them, hey, listen, I have access to this kind of technology. This helps with unnecessary showings, right? This helps with allowing people that want to be a little more private to be more exclusive in those showings. This also allows you tenant-occupied properties. Nightmare showing those properties, right? Tenant-occupied property, you're going to shoot yourself in the head. So it's like, this will allow you to show that property 24/7, 365 from anywhere in the world, on any platform. Our stuff works on iPads, iPhones, Androids, tablets, PCs, anything. So you'll be able to show them this. But this is the dollhouse view. There's other components in here like the floor plan view, or excuse me, I dropped in real quick. It gives you the floor plan view, it gives you that spatial association. You can go where you want to go. Or let's say I want to check out the living room. I just tapped it on my touchscreen, and now I'm in the living room. And I'm just using my finger to move around. So what a powerful tool this would be, number one, for your listing presentation, and number two, to help you lock down that buyer once you're able to get that, once you get that listing. So 3D virtual tours is one of the components that we use. Also, if you can visit me in the back at the end, I'll show you, everything's compatible with the VR headsets. So you can literally take your phone, plug it into the 3D headsets, and now you can visit it virtually like this. And some of you did try that out, so it's pretty cool and dope how it works. So 3D virtual tours is one thing that we've become very popular for, but not only is it 3D virtual tours, it's all about branding for our clients. So these are landing pages that we provide with our 3D virtual tours, which have the 3D virtual tour up top, the map, description, bullet points, as well as exterior photography, but most important, your branding. Our site averages between 1,000 to 2,000 views a day. So that's just extra exposure for you that we're not even charging for. So we create the landing pages for you, help you with that exposure. All your branding is built into the 3D virtual tour. So when people go to visit it, guess whose face is there or information is there? Yours is, because I'm not in the business of selling real estate or getting leads. So we want to help promote these properties as much as possible. So the 3D virtual tours is something that we've definitely taken to the next level. Theo had mentioned the thing about virtual staging to give you an idea. We're able to take properties that have furniture in there and virtually stage it. None of this furniture exists in real life. None of this furniture exists in real life. You know, what was that, ma'am?
I said that's awesome.
Thank you. So, and also it doesn't cost thousands of dollars, right? Real staging is expensive. So we can create, and also check out the subtleties. See the reflection of the light in that picture? It's all about the little things. And we're a very, premium company, so we try to present the absolute best. Now this is by far one of my most favorite pictures. Let me get to it real quick. Okay, patio furniture, no patio furniture, patio furniture. But check out this attention to detail. Remember the patio furniture? It's outside on that patio, and it's referenced with the shadows. So a lot of people are using this technology because people don't have vision, right? I know, what's the place going to look like? Why not virtually stage it and help them see it, right? Or let's say you get a buyer and they want to see what their furniture would look like in it. Not a problem at all. We can send you a catalog with hundreds of different choices of what we can put in there. This is before and after. Now this is really drastic. This is what it was before, and this is what we made it. Now to me, this kind of looks better, but we swapped everything out. The flooring's different, the lighting's different, the paint's different, everything is different. So we renovated it, we did the virtual staging for it. So these are all powerful tools that you can make use of now that you're part of the AccuTour family. So with everything that we do, and of course we do the normal stuff as well, like HD photography, different examples, of what we've done before with houses and properties, and we do HD photography and drone and all that kind of stuff, but I'll show you more at the end. So with the virtual staging and with the 3D virtual tours, it gives you a new resource to count on. So I started asking myself, how can I help you get more listings? Or how can I help you get, a buyer, or whatever the case may be, whatever you're trying to go after. So I started thinking about what I would find useful. And what I found useful was, number one, you don't need to write anything down. If you go to this website, AccuTour.com/10x, everything that's here is there digitally. You can download the PDF and do whatever you want with it. So you don't need to write anything down. You can just concentrate, take this in, because I talk pretty quick. There's going to be a lot of information we're going to go through. So I started thinking about anything in life. Consistency is the key. When you're going after a new listing, about the follow-up. Creating some sort of plan of attack before you go into that motion, right? And you got to be consistent with it. A lot of times, does anybody know how many times you have to hit a person before they react to something? Not like physically punching, but like marketing materials. It's like 7. 7's really the number that you should hit them. 7 to get a response, right? So if you send out 1 postcard, is that going to get a response? Maybe, but not really. Maybe you could get lucky. So you want to hit them consistently. You want to be consistent with the types of plans you're going to create. Now, when it comes to marketing, every dollar has to count, right? Every dollar has to matter. Because my dollars, I don't have a lot of dollars, so every dollar has to count. So these are the 2 schools of marketing that I see a lot in. I see shotgun mentality marketing and sniper rifle mentality marketing. Meaning, shotgun is just, boosh, I'm just going to hope and pray I hit something, right? But there's no real purpose or direction of what you're trying to go after. Now, this can work, but you got to have a big budget because you got to kind of keep spending that money to go after a broad market. But what about sniper rifle mentality? I've made a conscious decision to hit this target. Know who you are before approaching the door. You're beginning to be more proactive, very focused. So if you want listings, go after those listings. If you want a specific area, go after that area. Don't waste time with that other nonsense. Make sure your marketing is extremely targeted. Some of the things I'm going to show you are pretty revolutionary, but they're so simple if you just took the time to learn it and become more familiar with it. Another big thing that I know quite a bit about is that color and motion, the psychology behind colors. When you do your marketing, like Teo picked a good color, blue, because blue emphasizes trust, strength, right? There's a psychology behind colors. So when you begin to put your marketing pieces out there and you begin to solicit, be conscious of what colors you're using and what the colors are going to say about you. Because a lot of people will go out and use red on all their stuff. But red causes excitement. It causes you to panic. Do you know why McDonald's is yellow and red? Because they don't want you chilling there all day. They want you in and out. They don't want you hanging out. There's a psychology behind it. But let's think about some things that are blue. Like, for instance, where is it? Facebook. Hang out there all day long. Walmart. hang out there all day long. You know, all these different places. And you look at the companies that represent these colors. So when you go to create your marketing piece and your marketing material to target that particular people, make sure that you're conscious of the colors you use. I usually have a blue shirt that I like to wear, but I know Tia was going to wear blue, so I didn't want to match too much. So, but color psychology, definitely important. The other thing is that I always see pieces and marketing material that agents send out to potential clients. They have no call to action. A call to action is like, what do you want me to do with this information? Do you want me to call? Do you want me to text? Do you want me to email? What do you want me to do this? You know how many pieces of information I find that I get in my mailbox? We just bought a house, so I get in my mailbox like, oh, I can sell your house. But there's nothing telling me what to do. They don't tell me to call or anything. So some great ideas of call to actions are like this. What if you did on all your marketing materials that you're going to create and that you're going to target towards a specific audience, you create a call to action. You know, check it out now, get in, join now, whatever you're trying to push. Call me now, call, text, and email. Give them options because you need to meet the people where they want to be, right? So call to action, definitely important. So how do we get you that first listing, or how do we get you that first experience, that first property that you want, or one of many? I started thinking about how I would do it and how I would recommend it be done. The thing is, when you're going to target an area and like you're going to farm it, I always think about these key points. Turnover. How much turnover is happening in this area? Meaning, how many properties are coming on the market and being sold? Right? Because why would you want to invest your time and your money in an area that the properties are sitting on the market for 12 months? Does that make sense? No. So do your homework. Use the MLS to your advantage. Abuse it. Make it work for you. The next thing, where you want to be known. Maybe you want to do like more luxury stuff or waterfront stuff, or heck, I mean, I'm an avid hunter, so I like a lot of acreage, you know? Do something that you enjoy, that you want to be known for. The price point. Some people want to do $1 million listing. Some people want to do $20 million listings. But let me ask you a question. Don't most $20 million listings sit on the market a lot longer than a $300,000 listing? So turn and burn, baby, right? Go after whatever price point that you want to go after, okay? The next thing I started thinking about was your area and your homework. This is what what I've done in the past, or I've seen people do. With your competition, go into your farm area, look on the MLS and pull up a CMA view, right? And look how many different agents are in that area. How many do you think would probably be in that area? A lot? Yes, because no one is freaking consistent. There's 28 agents and there's 28 listings. Why can't you be the dominant force? You can be, but you just got to come up with this game plan. So do the homework, know your competition, know what's out there, know your enemy. So I started thinking about, I'm going to give you 2 free ways of how to get listings and 2 ways that are probably going to cost you some money, okay? Now, free ways. This stuff is kind of different. Fizbos. I started thinking about Fizbos and for sale by owners and their mentality. A Fizbo most likely wants to save money, right? They're trying to save money because they don't want to get an agent and all that kind of stuff. But there's certain things that you can do with them. First off, you got to find them, right? You got to find out where they are and what they're doing. So where could we find Fizbo listings? Zillow. Driving around. Craigslist is awesome, right? Now the thing is, if you approach a Fizbo owner and you showed them what kind of marketing material or marketing tools that you had at your disposal, or at your disposal, don't you think that'd be pretty powerful? What if you made a deal with them and said, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Fizbo, I know you want to sell on your own. That's totally cool. I commend you on that. But let me ask you a question. What if I held an open house on your property and I tried to help you get a buyer? Would you be willing to pay a commission on that? Just ask. Sometimes they'll say, yeah. Does anyone know the statistical percentage that a Fizbo will list with an agent? 86%, according to the NAR report of 2016. 86% of the time. So who do you think they'll list with first? If they see your face and you knock on that door and you ask to help them with that open house, who do you think they're going to think of? You. So why can't it be you? It can be you know? So Fizbo is definitely a great tool. The thing is to find them, Zillow, Trulia, Craigslist, driving around, knocking on the door. Don't be afraid to get uncomfortable. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, okay? The thing is you got to ask yourself, what am I going to send them? How many times am I going to hit them? I'm going to hit them 7 times or something. You know, ways you can get it to the door. Now this is some renegade stuff with the door stuff that I'm about to break into. With the doors, you can do it a couple ways. Does anyone know what EDDMs are? EDDM, Every Door Direct Mail program that the USPS has? Okay, so USPS has a bulk mailing system. The bulk mailing system will allow you to send everything up to a full sheet of paper, a 1/4 of an inch thick, for 17 cents, straight to the door. But the way USPS works on the EDDM program is that you have to do it by routes. So for instance, my parents live in Miami Shores, and here's a route. If I click on it, hopefully it works. See how I clicked on it and turned purple? If I click on it again, see how many tells me how many addresses are in there? Look at that cost. Someone do, what is that? $47.96 divided by 271. That should give you the cost per residence. I think it's like 16 or 17 cents a piece. So it tells you also statistical analysis, the age groups, how many people are in the household, the average income, all vital information. And this is free at your disposal. You just got to know where to access it. So it's USPS, and it's called EDDM, Every Door Direct Mail. Okay? So this is definitely a tool that you want to make use of if you're going to go in that direction with a mailing piece. The next thing I started thinking about was, why can't you just, hey, when I'm starting AccuTour, I called myself a sidewalk warrior. I would just walk up and down the street, knock on every single brokerage, call MTO, and be like, hey, listen, this is what I have. Please look, and eventually it just kind of created steam and momentum. So what's to stop you? You know FedEx, they have those envelopes, right? Those FedEx envelopes. The FedEx envelopes are free. Why don't you just go grab a bunch of them, put your marketing materials in them, drive to that house, and be like, oh, okay, knock on the door. See if someone answered. They answer, hey, listen, I was on my way to the FedEx store to FedEx this year, but I was in the area anyways. Whether that's true. I was in the area anyways. I just wanted to personally hand deliver this to you. How do you think they would feel? Blown away. This guy's going to spend $23 to send me a FedEx envelope? Not really, but here you go. The thing is, you got to be creative, And if they're not there, just leave it on the ground, So, they could get it later. Same thing with expired listings. Now, expired listings, I thought obviously the MLS has them. I think Zillow, Truly, all these sites have access to them. So what if you said to an expired listing, because remember, you can't approach a seller, at least I think I'm right, you can't approach a seller if they're under a listing contract, right? Okay, but you can once they expire. Yeah. So why don't you approach them? Hey, maybe the marketing didn't work for your property. Check out these 3D virtual tours I have access to. That might snag you also. And that's an email, right? That's an email. That's free. You could do whatever you want with it. Your best friend should really become the county. I believe the attorney talked about it. The county records. I become so familiar with what the county records can offer in information because of the mere fact that it's public. Did you know on the county records people have their cell phone numbers there? Sometimes, yeah. There are other ways to get their cell phone number too, but I'm not going to tell you. But there's other ways to get their cell phone number or their address, their mailing address. Pop a note in the mail, but be consistent. Don't just try something haphazardly. Expired listings, great tool. Now, Craigslist. Craigslist has definitely been an interesting tool, and it's begun to evolve. The thing with Craigslist is consistency also. But Craigslist is what? Starts with an F. R-E-E. Free. Doesn't cost you anything. And how many Craigslist accounts can you create? As many as your pretty little heart wants. Or create 200 if you want to. At one point in time, I was posting 400 ads a day on Craigslist. Because I had 20 different accounts. I had a whole system. I did that presentation thing. I had this whole system in place, so it's possible. I don't recommend 400, but start with 5. Because people use Craigslist. Because Craigslist analytics just changed. You see these markers right here? They treat it like Zillow, right? So if you put stuff on Craigslist, properties on Craigslist, or maybe you're kind of like working on a property together with another agent, use Craigslist to that advantage. Make sure to put the price, put all the details. People are searching that. And did you know that Craigslist will allow you to auto-renew every 48 hours? So use that. There are actually auto-renew programs out there that will auto-renew it for you. You just put your password and username, and it'll begin to repeat itself. Remember, there's a will, there's a way. So Craigslist, definitely a resource that you could make use of in order to help you get more listings. Could I get my charger real quick, Cindy, in the bag? So definitely, Craigslist is a great tool. EDDMs, we talked about, every door direct mail pieces of what you're going to send out, how you're going to send it out, where you're going to send it, how consistently you're going to send it. And the every door direct mail campaigns, you saw how powerful of a tool this is. So definitely take advantage of it if you have access to it. Or not if you have access to it, if you have a computer, you can get access to it. So definitely use that as well. And then like I stated before, is you could Oh, that's the wrong cable. But that black one? Sorry guys, I'm running like live stream and all this stuff at the same time. My battery's dying. So also I was thinking to myself, like getting out there, getting your hands dirty, knocking on some doors, going to deliver those postcards by hand just in case you don't have that money right then and there to help you get that listing. So all these sort of integral parts that you can use, free things that you can do to help you get those listings. So I know you guys have the power to do that kind of stuff. Now, in closing, there's some things also that will cost money, but I wanted to show them to you just to kind of tickle your fancy. So there's some things called data cards, and it's about data information and collection. Data cards will actually allow you to pinpoint the full information of an individual. You know, like when you go to Walgreens, they're like, what's your phone number, what's your zip code, what's your blood type, you know, that kind of stuff. They're collecting that information and they're selling it. So a lot of times, perfect, thank you. They're selling that information, and since they're selling that information, you have access to it, and since you have access to it, you now can buy it back from them. And I just wanted to show you real quick how powerful this works. Oh, sweet, thank you. How powerful this works. If I click Florida and add, you can begin to go through all these different these areas, and you see up here, look at this information that I can go and get into. If I click age, income, and more, I can then make my way over to the section that's going to talk about, well, what type of people do you want to hit? What age group do you want to hit? What's the income you want to hit? What's this you want to hit? All this information you can make, remember targeted marketing, sniper mentality marketing? You can begin to target in. So if you're trying to go after Pinecrest, you can begin to kind of toy around with this idea of where am I going to find these people? And the information that you provide to them, thank you, is obviously, you know, targeted with the colors, with your call to action. Now, this is the craziest part, all you realtors out there. You can actually begin to understand their mortgages, how much they owe, who they're, you know, what kind of lenders, what kind of loan do they have. So do you think that's pretty powerful? If you know what kind of loan they had, you know what kind of mortgage they had or have, you can use that information to help you get those listings. You've got to be in that forefront of their mind. And then once again, this is called data cards, just in case you're wondering what it's called. It's called data cards. And this company that I've used before is called infousa.com. And you can get their information. And they'll provide you emails, phone numbers, addresses, all that types of information. So to ask you a question, if you put the right marketing piece in front of the right client at the right time, do you think they would respond? Of course, right? So now we have the tools to do that. Get in front of them, paired with what Taylor can do at Elite, paired with the background, the contractual knowledge. You know, now you're becoming masters of this marketing stuff. Now, Facebook, obviously, I'm actually live streaming right now, but I wanted to show you guys, you should all be taking use of the Facebook ads. If you're not, once again, this is paid. Facebook ads and the amount of information that Facebook is following and collecting on us is insane of what you can actually do. But to give you an example, check this out. I use Facebook marketing a lot because I want to target realtors to see my information, or yacht brokers or business owners. So what I can do is I can begin to go and pick and choose the audience. Now the slider over here that you're going to see over here begins to change as I change the demographics. So if I go to the demographics area and I click in, I don't know, let's say, let me see if that still exists. Likely to sell. Yeah, there it is. Likely to move is a behavior pattern that Facebook actually has began to collect data on. So likely to move. So maybe they want to sell their house. So I'm going to go to a particular area. Give me a city. All right, Aventura. Let's be super, super specific. Aventura, Florida. Now, what kind of age group do you think that people that own properties in Aventura that want to sell? What's their age? 50 plus? Okay. 50 plus. That's true. My grandma's 83. She lives in Aventura. 50 plus. Now watch. See how that number keeps changing? 10,000. Now you can begin to go even more specific into the gender, the language they speak. And these ads that Facebook allows you, the minimum that you have to spend on Facebook is $5 a day. Sometimes you can get away with $1 a day. So think, 5 times 30 is how much? 150, right? If I can pick up one $300,000 listing at 3% commission, how much is my commission? After splits, of course. Let's say, what is that? 9,000, right? So you spend 150,000 to make 9,000. Is that a pretty good return? Or $150, sorry. $150, yeah. $150, I got too excited. $150 to make 9,000. Is that a good payoff?
Yeah.
So use the technology. Get in front of them.
Do you
Yes, ma'am.
focus also on what is not just how many, the demographics, but do you have any ads that, can I see like something that something that you've done?
Of course.
What are you, because you have to have a call to action
Yes, ma'am.
on the Facebook.
Yes, ma'am.
and-
You do have to have a call to action on the Facebook, but Facebook's actually already creating it for you. They give you buttons. So I'll actually give you guys a sneak peek behind my ads and what I spend. So let's say the 3D virtual tour ad right here. The 3D ad that I've created on this particular campaign delivers, look, I got 19 clicks to my website. Cost per click is $2.59, which is kind of high. $5 budget, I spent $49 so far. But if you were to go to look at the demographics, like for instance, if I click the ad, and the thing is with Facebook, Facebook's always changing the way they're set up. So you've got to really be careful to make sure that you're staying aware of all the changes and how the marketing material works. So this is an example of that ad. It's going to show you a preview. This is the ad I've created for the 3D virtual tours. Now this is a video. I would use video over photos any day. But see, learn more. Boop, learn more. Because I know that my average client spends between $250 to $350. For the life of the client, I can probably make between a couple thousand to $10,000 on an average client a year. So I know if I spend the $5 to get that one lead, it's worth it. Does that answer your question? Perfect. And they help you with that. So you don't even need to think about it. You can pick all types of options. So Facebook, definitely make use of. And then last but surely not least is one thing that you guys should definitely make use of is YouTube. And YouTube, the analytical studies are insane. I could go on for hours and I get pretty excited about the analytical studies of YouTube. But you got to be conscious of when you're posting material, what you're posting, how you're posting, all those sorts of things, because this statistical analysis is insane. Over 4 billion videos are viewed every day. So why can't you make one, and why can't you be the one they see? Can you do that? It's free, right? It's all about trying to spend the least amount of money to get the most amount of return, right? We want to make the most money, pay the least amount of taxes.
So which is the best time of day for YouTube versus Facebook?
With Facebook, you're just going to have to track the analytics yourself on your type of ad. I have found that the best time, it's weird, is really late at night, between like 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That really works really well for us.
In both instances?
In both instances. With YouTube, it's more sporadic. YouTube, I've been playing around with the analytics a little bit more, but Facebook, I can say it's mostly at the nighttime that it's really, really powerful. And the coolest thing with Facebook ads, you can actually set a timer to get it to launch at a specific time and shut down at a specific time. So, YouTube definitely.
Sorry, Eddie.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you repeat, to post, you mean? To post on Facebook, it should be between 10 and 2?
I would only do it at night. I would do Facebook posting at night because, or think about it this way. When do you have time to look on Facebook? At night. Or during the day. Or in the bathroom. Or whatever, or whatever, there. But yeah.
Most of the time, it's at, like, you've kind of completed a lot of stuff.
Exactly. You complete a lot of stuff, especially, remember, we have to put ourselves into the mentality that people are trying to get in front of. So stay-at-home mom or working couple, they probably have downtime once the kids are asleep later in the evening. They don't have time at 9 o'clock in the morning when things are going insane. So why are you posting then? Because remember, Facebook shuffles. So you're shuffled down to the bottom. So it was kind of like, hey, and that's it, You'd rather be a scream.
But YouTube is going to be on there all the time. How would you know if they're going to click on you? Do you have an idea of posts?
Yeah.
How would you present it so that it might be even searched for?
Tio, what time do I have to stop talking? 10 minutes? 5 minutes? Okay. So
what do you put on there that people would actually find your video?
I'm going to show you I'm going to show you exactly what we do and how we do it. Okay. So right now my channel has gotten 13,589 views. Okay. I don't have a lot of subscribers because YouTube I don't usually use that hardcore. I use more Facebook and other types of marketing for that. But once I click on the analytical study, it'll actually begin to tell me what people are doing. Remember, they're collecting analytics on you anyways. You might as well take advantage of it. And it's free. You just have to understand how the technology works. And I love this stuff. So, I mean, I'm a little obsessive. We don't have kids. This is my kid. AccuTour is my child, you know, and my fur babies, but that's, you know, and my wife. But, you know, but no. So you see all the analytical studies that they're giving us here? They're telling me how many views increased. I can actually click if I want to go even deeper. I can actually click over here and I can go into how many, down to the demographics, I believe, of the types of people. Yeah. See, look, it's actually telling me the amount of views, the day in which it happened. If I put my cursor on it, I can see the date outlined. I can see what videos are being viewed the most, the duration, time spent, how many people have viewed it, the watch minutes, geography, where are they looking at it at, what countries are being viewed. So the analytical study is really, really available to you. But with your videos, what you want to do is you want to go into your videos, and I'll show you one. If you want to go into your videos, once you're in your videos, you want to begin to understand what your market is. The biggest suggestion I could ever give with YouTube is that you got to put the address of the property in the title of the video. You have to, because of the mere fact that the video is so. So this is an example of one of the videos that we do. We do HD drone video and all that kind of stuff. But with the video, you see how I put the address in the title? That's important. And then if you scroll down in the video, you see these hashtags I created? You create the hashtags that are appropriate to the market you're trying to create. So you got to put yourself in the mind of the viewer. I'm looking for people looking for unique drone videos, for HD video aerials, awesome lights, real estate, Parkland, Florida, and so on and so forth. There's websites that you can actually go and visit that actually create the hashtags for you based on what you're trying to select. I'm not sure what those sites are, but I know they exist.
But when people are going on YouTube, are they searching the hashtags? Because I know on other sites like Twitter,
Right.
was the original of the hashtag. But
Right.
now, I know in Instagram and in Facebook they do that. I didn't know in YouTube they're searching with hashtags.
They do. I've seen it go both ways. Also, the big thing is that you can insert tags. Tags allow you to specifically reference the types of videos that YouTube will allow you to, that you're posting. So the tags are really important. I would say the tags are more important than the hashtags. That's why I'm showing them to you. So I'll put specific types of tags in here as well. And I could go on for hours and hours and hours about this because of the mere fact that I want to give you guys a tool and ideas to know that you can do this stuff for free, for very little money, but get a high amount of return. And God willing, if you get a listing, I hear from you. So
Exactly.
we create a relationship together and help you out. So, I just appreciate your guys' time and what you guys have, given me. Make sure also to use Facebook's video editor. If you guys don't have a video editor, Facebook just integrated these video editing softwares. You can create slideshows and a video editor built into the background of YouTube, so you can make use of that as well. And then,
Now, when
Yes,
one
ma'am.
other question about your service versus and putting it on all these social media.
mhm.
You can help us to make sure that we're doing it in the best positive way once we're your client.
We're not a marketing company. I've thought about starting one. We're not a marketing firm. I just know this knowledge in the back of my mind. And ma'am, what's your name? Linda. Linda, I tell everybody, and Cindy can vouch for me, and the whole team, everybody watching can vouch for me. If you call me, Linda, and ask for my help, I will give it to you. I'll help you with it because you got to come to me and ask me for that help, But yeah, I'll be more than happy to help you,
Make sure it's connecting on all your.
Yeah, of course. Make sure it's connecting. And then, of course, we can alter skies and all types of different stuff too. So any other questions before I leave you? I know, like I told you, I threw a lot at you in the last 30 minutes. So I kind of have one speed to talk. So any other questions or anything? Anything at all about technology or anything at all?
No, I will say that you got another subscriber on YouTube right now. So.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes, score, that's worth it. I'm done. And then, guys, begin to, the thing is, Teo and I met a while ago because of the mere fact that he wanted to bring the absolute best to his agents and to his clients. And, we're beginning to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger. But, it's really cool to see a brokerage like his begin to, reach out and to really encourage this kind of technology. So I've talked enough, guys. At the end, if you have any other questions, you want to check out the 3D goggles, we're in the back. Also, make sure to put your information in the bowl because we're auctioning off a 3D virtual tour and HD photography. So that's about $300 right there.